wanna get away, but I could use some company. If you're alone like me, we could go on a trip. Girl, I wanna see the sun, dive into the deep ocean, dance with you all night long, move as you swing your hips. Let's take a break from the stress and the hate. Feel the loving, feel the rhythm, singing oh na na, oh na na.
Hey everyone, hey, this is Mindset Monday. It is Monday, y'all. It is 7 p.m. and I'm so glad you came. Welcome to Mindset Monday here in the charge room. And I am Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach Illy. Here in Mindset Monday, what we trying to do right now, what we gonna do, we gonna heal together. We take everything about life because life be lifing. We don't have to live on life terms. We can create our own terms. So what we do here on Mindset Mondays is we deliver strategy on how to live life better. Mental health, healthy mental health is extremely important. And each week we come every week, every Monday with a new topic on how we can live life, deal with life, be more strategic about life, just doing it better. So tonight's topic is good relationships include uncomfortable conversations. People don't like uncomfortable, y'all. No, they do not. They avoid it. They shove it to the left, shove it to the right, and take it to underneath the covers if they need to, or just stay hush lipped. But we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with our feelings. And we have to be honest with our emotions. And I tell everybody, you have to be brutally honest when making decisions. And sometimes the decisions that we have to make may hurt others, and we don't want to hurt them because we love them or we may care about them. But you have to do something most important. Put you first, put your feelings first because you matter. We so many times take ourselves off the page. We close the door on our own selves. We neglect ourselves. We neglect our feelings. We neglect our minds. We neglect our bodies. And then we wake up one day and ask ourselves, who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? Especially when we put it into our children and we put it into work, we put it into our spouse, we put it into our significant others, we put it into organizations that someday, some way, somehow, we get to a point where we say, what am I doing? And who the hell am I? You forget about you. But again, here's some strategy today, y'all, where you're going to put you first with taking consideration of the person that you love. And I'm not just talking about relationships as in you and coupled or partnership with someone, but also friends, also family. Relationships are anyone you love and care about that you dwell with in your own cipher, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I need y'all to share. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to go collect 3 friends. Y'all better collect 3 friends so we could talk about being honest and having uncomfortable relationships. Let's get it and get a pen and a piece of paper too. Get a notebook so you can keep all of this information, this healthy information that I pass along to you every single week, right? So let's talk about it. Healthy relationships are often romanticized. Yeah, we get put ourselves in this romantic mindset and we say, oh, this is harmonious, right? It's filled with mutual understandings and smooth communication and most times good sex, right? But while this sounds so appealing, and we look at this thing like, wow, it looks so good, right? But the reality is that good relationships are very complex. They require a lot of effort, a lot of effort. Including to navigate your way through uncomfortable situations, right? Through uncomfortable conversations. These are very difficult discussions that are only inevitable to have. It is essential for the growth of your relationship and it deepens the bond between two individuals. So let's talk about the importance of uncomfortable conversation. First of all, just like I said, you have to be brutally honest. So fostering honesty and transparency is a key role that we are uncovering here. Uncomfortable conversations are a cornerstone for honesty and transparency. They allow us to express their true feelings, your true feelings, yours and theirs, right? Your thoughts and your concerns. Because a lot of times we have something on our heart. We will have stuff on our heart and it'll sit there because we are too afraid to rock the boat with the other person. Maybe things are so good. I just don't want to rock the boat and make it uncomfortable or make it rocky road for me. Well, yeah, you're thinking about you in that sense, but at the same time, you're not thinking about how that person may be obsessive with you or abusive with you or emotionally attached to you. And over time that could be extremely toxic. So you don't want to bring toxicity into your relationship because that's another place of uncomfortability, right? So it is very crucial for you to build a trust and understanding lifestyle within your relationship. Let's talk about something else. Resolving conflicts. Conflict is going to come to any relationship. I don't care what it is. No one likes the same thing all the time. Everyone has their own opinion, their own thoughts, their own emotions, their own backgrounds, their own trauma. Everyone is their own person, but not everyone is comfortable talking about what goes on into their mind or their heart. But this is what I said. Honesty is the best policy. Be brutally honest when you are coming to the table, when you want to have a successful relationship with someone else. Every relationship, like I said, you will encounter conflict, whether it's something trivial or something very significant. When you sit down to address your feelings, be direct. Have have conversations that you can prevent resentment from building up in your chest, from building up in your mind, and then you from your thoughts alter your behavior, right? If something is uncomfortable in your mind, you're going to act that thing out. I don't care what you say. You say, oh, it's not bothering me. And you walking around the house slamming doors or burning food on purpose, throwing stuff. Like, come on, be mindful of what's going on. Don't sit and neglect yourself and hurt your own feelings for sparing someone else's. They trust me, they won't spare yours. They won't spare yours. And that happens a lot with friends when you get mad at the other friend and you want to tell all their secrets that they sat down and told you. That's not a good friend. That's someone who didn't like you in the first place, but they tried to act like they liked you. They didn't do it. They didn't do it, and they not the one. So yes, be careful and be mindful who you sit down and open up your heart to. That's very important. Who everyone is not trustworthy. Everyone that smiles in your face is not your friend, but your heart will tell you. Your heart will tell you. And a lot of times people please. So within this process of people pleasing, people do not sit and look on how to receive the same of what the energy of what they're giving because they too busy giving and be like, oh, it's okay. But it's really not okay because that same person that you keep giving it to, they're not giving back. They may do a small thing or gesture here or there and go, oh, you say, oh, but if you sit down and think about that thing, sit down and really think about what type of love a person gives back to you. Is it an honest type of love? Is it something trivial? Or is someone petty? Like, think about it. Think about how honest or humble that type of love is that you're really receiving, if you're really receiving love, because that's really not love. If you think about it, that's not love, because love is not supposed to be hurtful. Love is not supposed to be boastful. Love is supposed to be kind. Love is kind, right? So it's good to not build up resentment, and you also would be in a lane for leading to constructive solutions. So we're going to talk about promoting personal growth. Engaging in difficult conversations can be a profound opportunity for personal growth. A lot of people do not realize how important personal growth is. Personal growth is all about identifying who you are, what you want, how you feel, addressing your true feelings, and being honest with yourself. Because when you're honest with yourself, you can walk a walk of confidence. Oh my gosh. That confidence is a game changer. Your posture changes and you strengthen on the inside. You will not be afraid to tell someone how you feel because you're confident within yourself. Again, because you know what you want now. When we're young, we don't know what we want. We're exploring. That's the explorer um ages of our lives, because everyone will say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, let me see what I like. Okay, you're exploring. But once you get to a place to say, okay, I know I like this, or I know I like that, just you stand in confidence in that posture, so it strengthens you. Always get in a place where you want to promote growth within yourself, and it challenges people to reflect their own perspectives and their behaviors by promoting self-awareness and empathy. A lot of people don't do empathy because they too busy running to the side, avoiding what they truly feel, because it's a challenging space to be in. People don't like uncomfortable. They like to stay in comfortable spaces. I'm telling you, growth is in the uncomfortable, right? So let's talk about strengthening your relationship. Excuse me. Facing or overcoming challenges together, not by yourself, but together, can strengthen the bond between individuals. It demonstrates a commitment. Ooh, strong word, commitment. People do not like to commit to people. Why? Because they don't know what they want themselves. They don't know what they want. So you have to sit and be committed to the relationship. That builds strength within the relationship. Be committed. And not only that, it shows a sign of willingness to work through issues together. What people do when they come together, one, they don't be honest. They're not humble. They like to yell and scream, and two people yelling and screaming, there's no one listening. So whatever y'all are yelling up at yourselves, you immediately block, listen. You block, listen, because now you only hear what you want to hear. You only hear what you want to hear. And that makes it even worse of an argument, because now you're mad. And this is the angry that you may not come back from. So again, strengthening the relationship is extremely important, because this is the piece where you face and overcome challenges together. Together. Again, I'm not just talking about boo and boo. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about children and parents coming together. There's so many people separated in this world on so many different levels. The dynamics are ridiculous, right? So again, how can we start all over? How can you build something from nothing? One, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be committed, and you have to want to do it. Some people say they don't want to, and most times when they say they don't want to, is because they are afraid. They are afraid of their own feelings. They are afraid of getting hurt again. They are afraid that this may work. because it didn't work so many other times, that this time, if I put my heart on a line and that person put their heart on a line, this may work. So that may be a scary feeling, right? It may be scary, but guess what? If you take away fear and say, I want this, because remember, it's a part of self growth, it's a part of personal development. If you stop and look at yourself and be honest, be humble, brutally honest, you know where you stand. So when you know where you stand, you let someone else know where you stand, and they will see your posture change. They'll look at you and say, Dad, she looks different, or he looks different. He's talking differently now. His tone changed in his voice. Maybe this is for real now. Take you seriously. You have to take you seriously so other people can take you seriously. And I always say, when it comes to change, right? People will say, oh, nothing is changing. I always say, if you get serious about what you really want, change will happen. And I'm going to say that again. If you get serious about what you want and stand on what you want, things will start to change and things will start to happen. So stand on your own 10 toes, okay? Stand on your own 10 toes down. So let's talk about strategies for navigating uncomfortable conversations. So a lot of times people hold stuff in with uncomfortable situations because they don't know when is it the right time to say what they have to say. But again, this conversation has to happen. It's inevitable, right? So it's like, okay, when can I say what I want to say? When is it going to be the right time? Because also you want to avoid inopportune times where someone else may spill the beans or what you need to tell someone. And that's another level of dynamic. So let's talk about it. Strategies for navigating the uncomfortable conversations. First thing I'm going to say is choose the right place and time. Timing is everything. Timing and setting is crucial. They're crucial. Choose a calm and private environment where both parties feel safe and are less likely to be interrupted. I am great with, I have my dining room table. A lot of conversations come from my dining room table. I'm a person, I love settings. Settings turn me on, right? So settings will change your mood if you're excited and or challenged in your thoughts. The setting, the colors, the sounds of the background, all of that makes a difference in how you receive a message or how you are able to deliver a message. So timing and setting are crucial. Choose a calm and private environment. Don't go to a place where there's a lot of noise, because when you're trying to speak everything that's on your heart, it's kind of challenging to hear that. So I like parks. Parks are good. Going on walks, going to the boardwalk, like places where you and the other person can just zoom in on each other and be committed to the moment, right? Be committed to the moment. Approach with empathy. Again, some people just do not understand what empathy is. So you have to show up and be a part of the conversation. Be a good listener. Visualize, look the person in their eyes, right? Notice their body language, right? Take time out, even if you're involved with one another, hold hands, look into each other's eyes and speak with a calm tone, right? Try to understand the other person's perspective and how they are expressing themselves about their feelings, and do it without blaming each other. Do it without cursing, right? Do it without yelling and screaming, and stop using you statement. You did this to me. You did that to me. Start with yourself. I say always, everything ends and begins with you. It ends and begins with you. So use I statements. I feel so and so. I experience this while I'm with you. I experience that while we were going to the store. I noticed A, B, and C going on when we were doing A, B, and C, right? Say I statements. Don't say you did this, you did that, because when you use you and start pointing, and that, the emotions come out so harsh, and the other person may feel that you are attacking them. And when they feel that you're attacking them, they are going to shut down on you. And the last thing you want to do is have a person shut down on you while you need to get off your chest what you need to get off your chest. Y'all with me? Okay. Always listen actively. Active listening is very key, because you have to pay attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting, acknowledging their feelings and viewpoints. Even if you do not disagree, y'all. If you don't disagree, it's okay. And you have to listen. You have to listen. And my all-time favorite, this is my all-time favorite. Learn the power of shut up. Sometimes you just have to shut up, period. Don't and say a word. And I still struggle with it, but I try my best to do it. I try my best to do it. And it works, y'all. It's the power of shutting up. Let the person talk. Hear what they have to say, because if they're talking and you're talking or interrupting, there's no way you're listening entirely to what the person is saying. So listen actively, stay calm and respectful. I'm still struggling with this, but I'm working on it because I have a temper. I learned that I have a temper. Stay calm and respectful. Keep the conversations calm and respectful. Avoid raising your voice. And this coincides with learning the power of shut up, right? If you think about it, just think about it. If you learn how powerful it is to not talk, everything does not require a response, y'all. Everything doesn't require a response. You don't have to have the last word. It's okay that someone is expressing themselves. It's okay that you make, because a lot of times people think they're perfect. They don't want to hear that they did something wrong. So y'all bump heads because that person is not talking positively about you. Yeah, you have a flaw. Everyone has a flaws. You may not flaw. You don't may not want to admit you have a flaw, but everyone has an ism. I call them an ism. Everyone has it. You may not acknowledge it. You may not identify it. You may not even be aware of it. But everyone has an ism. Everyone doesn't like everyone's isms. And it may irritate the next person. And you may do it so often and so comfortably, you don't know that you may be irritating the next person, but they just got to the point like, listen, I gotta say this because she interrupts her cipher, right? Her piece may be interrupted. His piece may be interrupted because you have an ism that you have been doing so long that it's part of your common makeup. Everyone is not perfect. Understand, someone can express how they feel without you interrupting because you think you're perfect, right? Everyone is not perfect. We are not built to be perfect. You could do the best you can and you can be the best you can be, but always be mindful of what someone else feels, their thoughts, their expressions. And it's okay to listen to how they feel and you shut up. The power of shut up really works. So keep the conversation calm and respectful without raising your voice or using hurtful language, and take breaks if the discussion gets too heated. Just say, okay, I need 5 minutes. I need an hour. I need a night, or I need a day. Hell, you could even say, I need a week. I'll come back to you. But come back to the table with the conversation. Don't avoid it. Don't avoid it. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. But again, I'm a process, working in process at all times because I'm a student always. Okay. Seek solutions together. Focus on finding a solution that works for the both of you. Collaborate to address the issue rather than trying to win an argument, because people always feel it's a win or I'm losing. Sometimes it's not a win or lose. Most times it's probably not a win or lose. And a lot of times people have these fights without a fight, or they want a war and no one is fighting. No one is fighting, right? Why are you trying to fight when there's no war? People can express themselves because we're human. We have the right to feel and see and understand and be honest with ourselves. We have a right to do that. People do not allow themselves the latitude to sit and process information of another person's perspective. So I'm just saying, let's do it. Let's heal together. Let's seek solutions together. We have to find focus on finding a solution which works for us, work for ourselves, works for the other people, but come to a balance, come to a balance and address it, right? So let's say this. Good relationships are built on the foundation of trust, respect, and communication, effective communication. Uncomfortable conversations, though challenging on a play by play basis, is vital. It's vital. It helps you maintain and deepen connections with other people. And see, people will say, I don't need anyone. Those are the ones that isolate themselves. And I know you, one of y'all may be on here. Stop isolating yourselves, thinking you could do everything on your own. People need people. People thrive when they have people in their lives who love them. People thrive even stronger, right? When love is reciprocal. That's so important, y'all. That's so important. Everyone deserves love. Love is what makes the world go round. And by embracing these difficult conversations, right? We empathize with people. We learn to empathize. We have a willingness to understand a person better, and we can navigate through these conflicts. We don't have to walk around stone hearted and hating one another and being angry. Life happens, but come to the table and talk about it. And it's okay to disagree. So you will be fostering personal growth, y'all, by being honest, being serious about wanting change, wanting something different, wanting something loving and smooth running all the time. Again, people are going to have a disagreement because topics will come up, situations will happen, but let's talk about them. And ultimately, all of this, what I just gave y'all, it strengthens relationships so we can love each other. God wants us to love each other. That's the ultimate goal, to spread love and be love. So thank y'all for listening to me tonight, talking about uncomfortable conversations and growing our relationships with each other, because everything happens with a conversation and healing happens with communication. I love y'all so much. And let's talk about something else next week. Y'all can send me some topics if y'all want to hear about some topics, because I appreciate this. This topic tonight came from Eva, my good girlfriend, Eva Simmons from Queens. Yes, yes, yes. So thank Eva, because I dug right on in. I said, you know what, I'm gonna use that because that was good. So thank you, Eva. Thank you for stopping by, and bring y'all some friends. Bring y'all some friends next week. So thank y'all for stopping by Mindset Mondays. This is the Charge Room. I am Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach Illy, and I'll see y'all next week. Have a good night.
Hi, everyone. This is Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach Illy of the Charge Room. The Charge Room has an additional entity called the Divine Expressions Media. If you're looking to be a show owner, yes, host your own show. Whether you are a content creator or just someone that wants to start fresh from the beginning and you had a dream to be on TV, this is your time. This is your moment. Become a show owner today. I have 5 spots available. And guess what? Your show will be aired on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV platforms. So connect with us today. Text show to 917-810-7400. Come, let's connect to put you on the air.
I wanna get away, but I could use some company.